Hello and welcome to the 13th in the series of my Modern Warfare 2 weapon guides. I'm Xbox Ahoy, and in this episode we're covering the UMP45. The UMP45 is the second available SMG and is unlocked from the start. It is a fully automatic weapon. As with the USP45 and the MP5K, the UMP is a German weapon manufactured by Heckler and Koch. It was designed in 1999 as a larger caliber counterpart to the MP5. It also uses modern polymers to save weight over the older HK designs. It fires the 45 ACP cartridge at a cyclic rate lower than most submachine guns to counteract the increased recoil of the 45 caliber bullet. The iron sights are a rear notch and front hooded post type. In-game, the UMP is a powerful weapon that combines some of the best aspects from the Assault Rifle and SMG categories. Even at long range, the UMP will deal very high damage, enough for a 3-hit kill with or without stopping power. It's not as controllable at long range as some of the assault rifles, but with burst firing it can still be very effective. Up close, the slower rate of fire will mean other SMGs will beat it, but with stopping power the UMP becomes a 2-hit kill within effective range, which can be very deadly against unsuspecting groups of enemies. Rapid fire is the first attachment unlocked, which can be quite useful with the relatively slow rate of fire. Be advised that you will deplete magazines faster, and the recoil does become slightly more difficult to manage at range. The red dot sight provides some aiming assistance at longer ranges, but the iron sights aren't too bad with the UMP, so you might be better off getting used to those. The holographic side is pretty much the same. It's really down to your own preference which one you use. There are no accuracy or damage advantages conferred to either in the case of the UMP. Because of the uniquely high damage at long range for an SMG, the silencer is a very good choice for the UMP. You'll remain off the radar when firing and you'll be able to kill with 3 hits at any range, with or without stopping power. Because of this high damage at range, you can effectively use the UMP at long range with a silencer. Use bling with the silencer and an ACOG scope, and on more open maps such as Wasteland or Afghan, you can silently harass and kill your enemies. The thermal scope is similar in this regard. These silenced long-range scopes, coupled with cold-blooded, form a deadly ghost class if you can keep your engagements at long range. FMJ is useful if you don't want to take the silent route, and if you can get up close you can take out the entire team, tearing through thin cover where needed. When using the UMP unsilenced, I'd recommend you get close and use stopping power, as you'll kill with 2 bullets instead of 3. Stopping power doesn't seem too useful on paper for the UMP, but factor in the slow rate of fire and 1 bullet difference up close is significant. I think it's worth it if your primary objective is kills. Extended magazines are useful if you have scavenger instead of sleight of hand, but the standard 32 rounds is generous and the slow rate of fire means it will be enough for most engagements. Akimbo is available with the UMP, but I seldom see it used. They have relatively large hipfire spread and the slow rate of fire means you can't make up for inaccuracy with the volume of fire. Coupled with a loss of fine aiming, eliminating the advantage of high damage at range, I'd strongly advise against the Akimbo UMPs. Overall, I'd recommend this silencer for the UMP, but FMJ or red dot or holographic side can be effective for an aggressive rush class. For your blue perks, you're best using sleight of hand or scavenger, unless you need bling for the silenced scope approach. SMGs are quick to aim even without sleight of hand pro, but it will give you a slight advantage in a straight firefight, although you will need a good secondary to fall back on when you're out of ammo. Scavenger eliminates this issue, and Scavenger Pro will ensure you have plenty of ammunition for the UMP. This frees up your secondary slot for a launcher such as the Thumper or Stinger. For your red perk, I'd recommend stopping power if you're unsilenced and plan to get close to the enemy, or cold-blooded if you're silenced. Stopping power isn't as effective as it is with some of the other guns, but you'll definitely notice a difference close up. With a silencer it's not so important, as you'll be able to take more enemies by surprise. Cold-blooded is a great perk when silenced, as you'll be undetectable on the radar, but you can elect to use another red perk if you have a particular strategy. The best yellow perk is probably Ninja, whether you're silenced or not. Ninja Pro further adds to your stealth both through quieter footsteps and the ability to remain unseen on heartbeat sensors. Steady aim might also work if you prefer to headfire or if you're using Akimbo. The UMP is probably the most versatile SMG, capable of competing up close and at longer range. It is let down by a slow rate of fire and by some recoil at longer ranges, but this is more than made up for by the very high damage it deals at all ranges. The silencer is the logical attachment for the UMP, and is also one of the few configurations that doesn't need stopping power to be effective in core. Unsilenced, the additional close-up power means stopping power is effective, as long as you can get close to your opponents. A 30-round magazine with a 2-hit kill means you can tear through the entire enemy team without reloading. Get close and take them by surprise, they won't stand a chance. Deadly as a silenced weapon and as a close-quarters assault weapon, the UMP is as popular in modern warfare as it is effective. Thanks for watching. This has been Xbox Ahoy. Join me next time when I'll be covering the second weapon in the launcher category, the Thumper. Farewell for now.